Hi, I'm Mark. This is Mark's Tech Vlogs on YouTube, and today I'm going to bring you guys a review of a 360-degree auto tracking stand for your smartphone. Now, this particular one you're going to see throughout the video is made by a company called Camnoon, but there are lots of these out there and they're basically mass manufactured in China and then rebranded for different people. So whilst I'm talking about this particular model, there are lots of different ones that look exactly the same and that will behave exactly the same. And these are pretty affordable. So this one you're seeing costs £27 at the time of filming on Amazon. I have put a link below to the exact one that I'm using, and that link will take you to Amazon for the respective country that you're in. And there's a whole variety of reasons you might pick one of these up. For me, I wanted to be able to use my phone as a webcam because I use an external monitor all the time, and then either a Mac Mini that doesn't have a built-in webcam or a MacBook Pro which is tucked under my desk. And if you've been around this channel for a while, you'll know that I have had external webcams. However, I crushed my current one when I was moving my monitor. And I decided rather than spend a lot of money on a high quality webcam, I already had a good quality camera with my phone, so I just used that. So I bought this mount instead. That means I get the high quality lenses from my iPhone 15 Pro. And then of course it has the ability to track motion, which you're going to see throughout this video because I'm shooting this entire thing using this device. So let's talk about the spec and the design. So this has a whole black plastic body. On the front is a lens which is solely used for tracking movement. This lens can be adjusted for standing or seated positions. Just above the lens is a status light, and then above that is a power button. This is obviously used for turning it on or off, but can also be double tapped to enter a 360 mode. On the side is a USB-C port, which is used for powering the device and also charging. Now I use this just plugged in a lot of the time, so I know it's always got power, but if you want to use that 360 mode, because the whole thing twists, you're actually going to make sure it's charged up. And inside is a 1200 milliamp hour battery, which gives it plenty of juice. If you go further up, you'll find the clamp for your phone. This mount is spring-loaded so it can fit a whole variety of phone stands. It also tilts in order for you to adjust the angle and can be twisted to work in portrait and landscape mode. I've been using this with my iPhone 15 Pro with a case on it, and it holds it perfectly fine in place whichever mode I'm in. There is, however, no way of adjusting the height. That means this device basically sits, if you use the stand that comes with it, about 20 centimeters off of your desk. But of course on the bottom, if you remove the stand that comes with it, you have a hole that is designed for using with a tripod, which is what I'm doing right now. This gives you much more flexibility. And as a whole, this thing feels pretty well made. So let's talk about what it can do. So first of all, it can just be a desktop mount for your phone. It can be a way of elevating your phone and holding it in place while you do something like a video call. Now, as I said, I've been using it as a webcam with my Mac, and I've typically been using Camo Studio on my phone and Mac to do that. However, if you have Safari and you use something like Google Meetings, Apple can actually natively mirror your phone camera. This is a really great feature of the Apple ecosystem. And this obviously gives you a high quality webcam without you needing to buy a high quality webcam. And then secondly, you might use some of the smart tracking features built into this. To do this, you just need to turn it on. And by default, it will enter tracking mode, which means I can start walking across here and it will automatically follow me because it focuses on the main focal point of that lens. That's the lens on the device and not the lens on your phone. Now it does tend to focus on the main point of action. That means if I've been on a video call with the tracking on and the cat walks across, it does start tracking the cat because the cat is now in the focal point. But the tracking is really good and really accurate, and it does seem to be very, very smooth. And this is great, especially if you perhaps are doing some online teaching and you want to be able to move around and talk, but also want to make sure you are always in focus. It's also really quiet when it's moving around. And then the indicator light shows you if it's in tracking mode or powered or not. And you can turn off the tracking mode with a gesture. So if you do the kind of stop motion, the light will turn red and it will stop tracking, which means I can start walking this way and disappear. If you do the OK symbol, the light will turn green and it will start entering tracking mode again, and it will come and track me around. And generally it takes a few seconds, as you've just seen, for it to recognize those motions, but they do work really well. And of course there is that 360 mode where you can double tap the power button. And this is a really quirky feature if you wanted to take everything in. It is worth saying that of course you will need to remove the USB cable, otherwise it's going to tangle itself if you use that mode with the USB cable plugged in. So all in all, what's the verdict on this? For a relatively affordable piece of tech that I've purchased myself and have been using for the last month, I am really impressed. This stand allows me to use my phone as a webcam, giving me the high quality lenses that my phone has, but also has some great features like the tracking, which is especially good if perhaps you want to move around a bit more when you talk and have a bit more of kind of human interaction while you're doing something. Of course, it's also really good for shooting videos because it means I don't have to make sure I stand in the same spot. I can walk around a little bit and talk to you a bit more about things. And of course, all of that is in a package that costs just £27. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have, please give it a like because that really helps out this channel. If you've got any questions, do stick them below. This is a product I've purchased for myself and I'm continuing to use on a daily basis. I have put a link below for you to purchase it. If you do use that link and make a purchase, then thank you very much. That's an affiliate link, and so that helps this channel out. This is something I do to just kind of share my thoughts and not something I get paid to do. Finally, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos when they come out, and I will see you guys again soon.